Peace and blessings. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is Peanut Nola 504, and I'm here and I'm just recapping and won't let the young man Quawan Bobby Charles die. I don't want his memory to die. And I just want you guys to understand that's my purpose to not let this young man memory die. So many things that when you talk about people, and we talk about legends and we talk about people legacy. Well, this young man didn't get a chance to get a legacy. He didn't get a chance. His legacy is being murdered by a white supremacist. That's his legacy for right now. And I can sit here and tell you that is just not no way for a young man to go. That's by no means, that's no way for anybody to go. Whether you're a young person or whether you're an older person, your life matters. I don't care who you are. Okay. But people got it twisted and they got it messed up when we talk about melanated people. And they think that we're crybabies. People think that we are crybabies and that we are delusional people. Where then we are waking up to the BS that has been hitting us for decades and decades and decades throughout history. Ever since these white supremacists came across the seas, ever since they came here lurking. And that's what I want you guys to understand. They came here invading and lurking, and and come here in destruction. But I want you guys to understand that I'm not here to let the memory of this young man go. And I want you guys to know that you should not let any loved ones go just because they died in the flesh, but they still living in the spirit. Just because a person has crossing over, that is not the end. Now, I am not a religious person, but I am a spiritual person. And I'm letting you know that once a person cross over, that is not the end. The body of a person is a shell. It's just a shell. So the shell, you born to die. That's just what we hear. We're born to die. Unfortunately, that's just how things go. When you come out your mother's womb, you start to decay. As soon as you start to get older. And that time is going to come where we all are going to die. But we should not have to die unnecessarily. We should not have to die before our time. See, there's a time and a place and everything in life. You should not have to die before your time because you have things that you want to do in your life. Whether you in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, and your 70s and 80s. There's a time and a place for you to die, but you don't expect 50-year-old young men like Quawan to die in such a horrible manner. So it's not a burn on somebody's dying because everybody is going to die. But it's how you die. And the gruesome death of this young man has to be heard whether people like it or not. It'll be a shame to have such a platform and not speak and stand up for this young man's soul. Sad, it would be sad for us to forget what happened down there in Baldwin, Louisiana, which that's not the place he died. They took him down to another county where he was killed, murdered, and left for dead in sugarcane fields. And for those who are truck drivers out there who travel across the United States, you'll get a chance to see some of these areas where then it's when when it gets nightfall, these places, they businesses close. It gets dark very quick. And I want you guys to understand that in these parts of America, you got to get your ass inside. K. Harris in the house. You got to get yourself inside. And I want you guys to understand that, black people, you're not protected as you think. You think that you are safe in these Americas. You think that the 50s and the 60s, the 40s and the 30s are over with. This is what you think. You think that you are the same. You think that you are equal. But you're not. You're not equal. Because if you were equal, a young man in Baldwin, Louisiana, would have the news, would be reporting this all over. It would be all over CNN. It would be all over Fox News. It would be all over NBC. It would be everywhere if you were equal. Everybody in this universe would know that this happened. But if this was a white young person that was slaughtered the way this young fella was, it would take but a drop in the hand for them people to run. These people will make, examples out of people. You saw the U-Haul, for those who following this. These people were setting up to run. They were able to cover up this incident. They even gotten to the point where they were able to bleach their vehicle because of the smell before they dropped him. And they pulled bleach on him before they dropped him in the fields. So nobody could get fingerprints. So nobody could get evidence. They got a chance to wash off their vehicles. Out their vehicle. And they go get a U-Haul. And they ready to run. And people, the national media is not covering this. But I'm going to tell you this, as long as I have a voice in the conscious community, I'm going to cover it on my platform. And my platform is not big as some of the platforms that are out here. We're worrying about rappers who are killing and murdering each other. But the innocent black people, our innocent melanated black people, are dying just like left and right. I have stated several times about us killing each other. We talk about this like a broken record. The rapper got robbed. Well, whatever happened in his incident, it was a fight at the nightclub, and he died. But there's literally no coverage about this young man in Baldwin, Louisiana. There's literally, shout out to some of the guys like the elder brother, Elder Rashawn. Shout out to that brother. Shout out to that brother who is also making it known out there what's going on out here with this young man's case. But we don't have enough people that are out here sharing, talking this case, because this is big. This is big, folks. This is big. A black teen, 15 years old, taken from his home without his father and mother's permission. A white woman goes, how dare her, the audacity for her to go in and knock on somebody's door and take their child to another parish. How dare this woman go and take this young man from his home? How dare this woman do that? and take this young man with her 17-year-old son. And for those who saw the stepdad, oh my God, you can see, I mean, come on now. Come on. They bust this boy in his head. The young man had a huge knot on his forehead. His face was like it was burnt. But we're not going to let it die. We're not going to let his soul die, his memory die. We are going to continuously talk about this young man, because there's literally no justice for melanated people in the country that is originated by us. There's literally nobody that's really talking about this. And it's crazy. Ask me, I will tell you the truth. My son was assaulted by someone who knew him and left him dead. His so-called friend. Today you don't have friends. I buried my son at the age of 27 years old. See, this is what I'm talking about. And all blessings to you, Tanya Lloyd. And I am so sorry that you had to go through such a thing. This is why I talk about stuff like this. Because we're trying to save the souls of other people so they won't be burying their sons or their daughters. It cannot be talked enough. This kind of talk cannot be talked enough. And I sit here in pain. You know, I can't stop talking about it. I can't stop thinking about it. Because if you have kids and you love your kids, you feel for other people in their circumstances, because it could be you. Don't really running around asking for somebody's sympathy when you can't show empathy for somebody else. You want sympathy, but you can't show empathy for somebody else. And I'm so glad that you came on, my brother. I knew I threw you in the mix. I gave you, an invitation to come in. I threw you in the mix. But let's talk about this, my brother. Let's talk about it. We was on the phone. We got a chance to talk about it. But let's talk about what more information that you got from this story.
Well, when we talked about it, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay. When we talked about it, we found out that the police was lacking in their job that they were supposed to be doing. We saw the video of the family packing up and moving out after they murdered the young fella. You see what I'm saying? So not only the police half-assed their job, well, I'm gonna say half-assed. That's an understatement. After the police failed to at all protocols, they let the family get away after they killed this boy. Then the lady called the boy, the young brother mama, and told her what time of day it was. And they still failed to do anything about the young brother. So that lets me understand the fact that they don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn about none of the kids. But if it was them, they'll want somebody to be sympathetic or empathize with them and be like, where is the hope and all that? Where was all that when it happened to our kids? You see what I'm saying?
It's crazy, man.
It goes both ways. And not only the fact that, not only, they was high, according to what was said, they was high on mushrooms.
Yes, mushrooms. I want you guys who coming in, the audience, I want you guys to understand that the daddy and the older son, which was 17 years old, were the stepson were intoxicated with mushrooms, and it's alleged the mother also. Now, what the hell, the mother? What the hell? Do you know the parish that they took her to, my brother?
It was what I think it was. It took place in
Lavania,
Algeria.
Lavania, it was Lavania, something with an L. But they took this young man
But
to another.
they did took
To,
him. They took him a nice distance away from where he was. I have the actual I have the actual photo of where he was last seen to where he was found at. You know, and when you look at the photo of where the young brother was found at, you will say, well, damn, they went with the intent to take him that far because they didn't go around the corner, they didn't go up the street, they went miles away. So that lets me understand the fact that they had the intent to kill.
so let me ask you a question. Do you really? I mean, by them taking him where they was, why the police are not immediately arresting this woman who just took took these people's son without permission? This is a minor. I want you guys to understand that this young brother is a minor. This young man is 15 years old. He's not even 17. And I want you guys to know, in the state of Louisiana, you are declared you are declared an adult at age 17. In the state of Louisiana, you are declared an adult, and so he was basically with 3 adults. He's 15 years old. Okay, now he's 15 years old. Why aren't the police questioning this female, this woman who goes over there and takes somebody else's child?
But
I
wait,
want to know that.
that ain't the killer part, bro. That ain't the killer part. When the police showed up to the parents' house and told them, they lied to the young brother or Quan's parents' face. They lied and told the parents, oh, this is the police, not quote. The police said, it's all right, he went to a football game, he gonna show up later. That was a bold-faced lie the police told the young brother mom and them in their face. They find the little boy 2 or 3 days later in a sugarcane field dead. Not only did they fail to do a missing report, not only did they fail to do to do a bolo on the young man, not only did they fail to do a missing person report, they failed at all the protocols. And I went to bet my last dollar the head man in charge of the Baldwin Police Department is a white man.
Well, not even the Baldwin Police Department would have nothing. Basically, that's not their jurisdiction. It would be where he was killed, where he was murdered at. Okay, so wherever he was murdered should be the ones that we holding accountable. I know we can say Baldwin Police Department, but we got to think about, of course, the Baldwin Police Department would have a lot to do with them taking the little boy. So I guess they can actually have 2 warrants from two parishes.
There you go. There you
So
go.
actually, you absolutely correct. They can actually have 2 warrants on them from taking him from one area to the next area without permission,
like
and then he was murdered in that area.
exactly, brother. That's just like saying me and you together, we commit an arson and we together we commit a crime in New Orleans, and then we go to Slidell and commit a crime in Slidell. That makes it where we can have a warrant in Slidell and be extradited to New Orleans. I have a warrant in New Orleans to be extradited to Slidell. Either way, we have warrants out in both parishes.
Wow. So you telling me either one of the police departments can actually arrest these people? That's what you're telling me.
But yeah, because not only that you actually kidnapped the boy from his parents' house because he left without permission and you took him from there. So technically without permission, that considered what? Kidnapping, isn't it? Then you go to another parish and you commit a crime and you murdered the young brother and left him for dead, but left him dead in another parish.
Oh, I want to know. I mean, what gave Karen the right where she believed that she was going to take somebody's child? Why would Karen believe that?
It's a lot of missing links to this. Don't get me wrong. I am mad with Kawhi. I am mad with Kawhi because he left his father's house without permission. That's where I'm mad with him at. And not only did he leave without permission, he failed to notify anyone to let them know where he was going and who he was with. You see what I'm saying? That's where I'm mad with him at on his behalf. But I'm also angry with the woman who picked him up and the 17-year-old. They need to be apprehended at any minute now because at the end of the day, they have questions that need to be answered, and nobody can answer those questions better than them.
This is crazy, man. This is crazy. This is absolutely unbelievable. You got I have never ever in my lifetime I have not seen an incident like this in a very long time, especially like an Emmett Till situation. We have seen several murder, murder in situations where people died, got killed, but I have never seen this one is like up there. This is very gruesome. For those who never got a chance to see the pictures, please Google because we can't show the pictures like we want to because they are they everywhere we try to pass this on, they are blocking our videos. Okay,
Now,
they are
if anyone
YouTube. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
if anyone want to see though, we have full videos of the story that we put together. I put a video on yesterday, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. They chopped my video up. So I still have the full video that I put together showing you actually where the boy was picked up from, where he was brought to and killed. I have all that in the video together. So if anyone want to know, you can hit my DM on Instagram at Indigenous Warriors, and I can send you the video so where you can watch it for yourself and you can make your own judgment. I'm not pushing no narrative on nobody. You can do your own homework and you can go from there. So that
So the last time we reported on this, the last time we had a panel on this and we reported on this, we found out that our YouTube was stopped. We didn't even know what was going on, and a lot of people did not see what we were trying to, the message. I really believe that what we're trying to push, they are blocking us. Okay, a lot of viewers are not seeing some of the message that I'm trying to pass on. So I
and
want you
you have to
guys
remember,
to remember this.
no news media did any coverage until we started, as a community, started bringing it to the forefront. Like no CNN, MSNBC, Fox, none of them people played the story, but only in the Louisiana where it happened at. That's when it was in the news. But otherwise, it's worldwide. There's no media coverage, no none of that. So I've been looking on
Yeah, I
CNN
mean,
and none of that.
you can expect the local news, and that's what the local news is going to continue to do. They're going to distract you with the election. They're going to keep going back and forth like there's no other news coverage that is going on. Like there's nobody else dying in this world. They just going to keep on talking about this election, but they're not. They're going to continuously not talk about this young lady. This young boy. It's crazy. She's a young lady said. Tanya Law said Lance a Chauver is talking about it on his channel. Yeah, the YouTubers, a lot of our YouTubers are trying their best. They're getting it out. I noticed that like I told you, the elder Rashawn, he is actually out there. Rashawn is actually out there pushing it real hard. We got a couple of other people that's catching on to it. So there are other channels out there that's doing it.
And I want to recant my statement about the NFAC. The NFAC. So I did my research. That brother did speak about it. He did like a 10-minute video about the situation. He was really upset about it. So yes, it has reached my Grandmaster Jay. So he did speak about it, and he's gonna keep you updated on the next things he's gonna do. So I'm gonna let everybody know. I'm still staying close to that because he's been talking about it. So it made it to his death. So I'm kind of okay now. But far-wise, the celebrities, nobody. I haven't seen one celebrity so far post the story or talked about it so far. I haven't seen Black Lives Matter come forward and
Have
speak
have
upon this.
LeBron James, the basketball stores, and have anybody like any of the Saints players, anybody that you see local sports, have they been talking about it? Have you seen that?
Not yet. I'm gonna still go back after this live. I'm gonna go back and try to research. I'm gonna go to LeBron James Instagram and see if he
Yeah, we
posted
might
any
we
information.
might need we might need to share some of these videos to the celebrities so they can take notice on this. It's very very it's crazy. We got Bryson Jackson comment. It's ridiculous how you see all these videos about rapper like King Von and Mo3, but no videos about this teenager. And that's what I talked about with our melanated black people. We are so distracted when it comes down to these performers, these celebrities. Rest in peace to them. But a lot of them rappers have put themselves in a lot of danger. They are. It's basically a lot of these rappers out here, and no disrespect, but I'm gonna tell it like it is. These guys, some of these guys out here still living the life of a thug. They're still living a street life, but they're getting paid to rap music. But we're supposed to feel you talking about killing in your raps. You talking about murdering black men in your raps. You're talking about doing all these things, but we're not even bringing the attention where it's supposed to be. Yes, his life matter. Yes, the black rapper. It's a sad thing. I talk about it on my platform all the time. That black men killing black men. I talk about it probably on more than most. That we are the destruction of ourselves.
That's a
I talk
fact.
about this all the time. But
We
when are
our
we
own worst enemy.
but we're gonna sit here and ignore when our oppressor is killing us? We're just gonna ignore it? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Because I don't understand that, we give everything is about the views. And this young man, because he's unknown, nobody know about him, you're not gonna get a view off him. Because he's an unknown kid, he's not a celebrity, you can't make money off him.
And the fact that
And that's what it is.
I was mad because you know I I, I I I didn't curse on the video. I was very respectful to the video I did, and for Instagram and for Instagram and Facebook and YouTube to take the video down, that lets me understand the fact that y'all don't want us putting out the positivity and speaking up
They
on the
want
black
negative,
the
brother. They
boys.
want negative. They want negative. They don't want positive. They don't want us uplifting our people. They don't want us. That's like a lot of my videos have been blocked. They have been. When I talk about we are the original people of America, they try to block my content. I got people who come in my inbox telling me that they didn't even get a chance to see the whole video. I got people that's telling me, Chief, every time you try to do something, they trying to mess with your videos. I didn't even get a notification, Chief. I didn't even get a notification. I didn't even know you was on, Chief. Because they're trying to stop positivity. They're trying to stop our movement. We're not going to allow it. We're not going to allow it.
That's like it's messed up because at the end of the day, bro, it's messed up, man. Because we as a whole, we trying to notify, and what's crazy? I figured out what they're doing. They know that information travel fast on the internet versus face to face. People not face to face no more. Everything is on the internet, so it's gonna travel fast. So they're trying to suppress you fast as possible when you put out information. You see what I'm saying? And it's sad we're in a time where they're still trying to suppress your information. You see what I'm saying?
You have a problem with that, man. You have a problem with that. They're trying to suppress everything that we're doing because of the fact that, like I said, the thing is now it's online. There's no more just face to face talking. Now we're able to get the message clear very faster now, and people, we are becoming dangerous to them. We are becoming dangerous.
And that's
so
what
suppressing our right.
And they see we waking up, more and more people waking up out this spell they've been under. they're afraid of an uprising. They're gonna feel like we doing this and that. That's why I try to tell people, if y'all can, those people who speaking about the lie, about the little young brother Quawan Charles, catch those lives and y'all can screen record them, and y'all spread the word. If you gotta inbox people, do it that way. Don't post it online so they'll take it down. And y'all can just cause sooner or later they're gonna start going in our lives and stuff and taking that information out and leave out, and y'all be like, well, damn, what's the rest of it at? You see what I'm saying? So therefore, if y'all catch those lives, y'all catch those lives, and remember who those people was who was talking about it first.
Yeah, October the when he was murdered on October the 30th. I don't know if that was the date. I think he probably was killed on Halloween because
Nah,
he
he was
left
killed.
without permission on October the 30th. So it
Right.
would have been fine. So we don't know. The demons out here. We don't
But
know
we
if this was
know,
some kind of
but the fact is, we do
ritual or
know he
something.
was
You heard?
found. And we do know he was found November the 2nd. So that is what? October the 30th, the incident happened when he left home. You got the 31st, which was that Saturday. That Sunday was the 1st. And then that Monday was the 1st. And then that second was that Tuesday was the 2nd. So that's what, like a 3 or 4 day grace period. So when they found the little boy, those 3 days, and his body had started to decompose. You see how his body looked at once it started decomposing. That grace period, how fast it happened. And
Yeah.
then now,
Well,
and now the young brother mother was just asking for $15,000 so she can get her own autopsy done, which she entitled.
you kind of blacked out. Go ahead, brother. Say it again. Sound like you have technical difficulties. Mute your mic if you can hear me, and try to reboot yourself back in. I can't even hear you, brother. But what the thing is for them to take the time to bleach, that they vehicle, and for the boy to have bleach stench on him, he smelled like bleach. Also, that tells me that these people, what they were doing, they not only murdered him, they also were cleaning they made sure that they cleaned the van, the car that they were in. Any evidence that they had, they were going to try to destroy. Any evidence that they had contact with the little boy, they were going to try to destroy. Okay, and that's what I see, and that's what I think that has happened. I just want you guys to understand that. Somebody let me know if you guys can hear me, because the brother, I think we had some problems. Let me see. So far so good. Somebody let me know if y'all still in. Let me know if we haven't froze, because I don't hear brother 504 Indigenous Warrior. Something happened with him. Okay, let me clear him out. Get a chance, my brother. Come on back in. I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? If you can hear me clear. Okay, but back to the show. He'll come back on. So he must have had some kind of technical difficulties. I just find this very strange that these people got a U-Haul right after the death of this young man. They purchased a U-Haul. They rented a U-Haul, and they were trying to move. And then the fact that they bleached their vehicle. I mean, it don't take a genius to see that there's foul play in this matter. It does not take a genius to see that there is foul play in this matter. Okay? So I'm telling you that for them to bleach the vehicle, then immediately go get a U-Haul, then I'm going to, as a police officer, I'm going to at least question these people. I'm going to at least question these people. And that woman have to be held responsible for taking a 15-year-old out of his home. They are trying to stir the pot so that they can bring in martial law. I definitely agree. Tanya. They've been wanting martial law for the longest. And that's just what I be telling these melanated people. There are a lot of these people don't understand that we have had martial law before in America, and they will repeat itself. They have done so much to our ancestors. We will end up in the same predicament. We'll end up in for those who have heard of the devil's punch bowl. You know what I'm saying? In Natchez, Mississippi, you would understand. What's up, East Trees? You would understand that even in Natchez, Mississippi, they had concentration camps for our Aboriginal people. Okay? So they are leaning in that direction to lock your ass up in camps, in concentrational camps. Okay? So if we as a people don't stop being animals towards each other, giving these people easy access, because our people are killing each other at a fast rate. And we have to wake up. And we already killing ourselves. Now we got the oppressor back to killing our young people. We got the oppressor back to killing our young people. So I'm just telling you guys that I want you guys, for those who came in, don't remember what happened in this situation in Baldwin, Louisiana. 15-year-old young man, Quawan Charles, a black teen, was found dead in a rural area in Iberville Parish, and which is he's a Acadian family responded in the disappearance of his death. Bobby left his father's home without his permission on the afternoon of October the 30th with a 17-year-old friend. And I repeated this because I want you guys to understand he is 15 years old. He's a minor. He left with a 17-year-old friend. And in the state of Louisiana, that is considered an adult, okay, in the state of Louisiana. Now, I also want you guys to understand this, that he not only left with the 17-year-old friend, he left with the mother. The mother picked him up. I was wrong. I thought the stepfather had picked him up. It was not. It was not the stepfather that picked him up. Now, I want to know, could this be? I want to know, could this be? Could this be a situation? Could you mute your mic, brother? I want to know, could this be a situation where we got was the little boy messing around with the mother? They were eating mushrooms. Why did the stepdaddy, the stepdaddy come in the mix? Where did the stepdaddy come in the mix? What is going on in this situation? Baby never came back alive. Baby never came back alive. That's right. That's right. So I want to know what happened in this situation. What was this 15-year-old doing with the mother? Okay. Why did they get mad? They were eating mushrooms. Why did the father? Why did the stepfather? What does he have to do with this situation? Go ahead, brother.
Well, according to the phone call we heard the other day on the live, the Quawan Charles, he was the sober one. He didn't do mushrooms. The son and the stepfather was doing the mushroom. Well, should I say the poison mushrooms. And
Poison mushrooms.
the poison mushrooms they was doing, bruh. So we don't know what the effects and the toll those poison mushrooms took on their minds and their body was doing. So they they probably say, okay, but let's get together, let's torture this little boy. Let you know, from the pictures, they tortured him, they threw bleach on him, and they killed him. You can look at his face and see it was something wasn't right from the face.
Well, you do know that he had a big hickey on his face. He had a big old knot on his head. Okay, so I want the young lady Kay Harris said that it sounds like the white family is poor as well, and they might not be it may not be a payoff. This may just be white people or COD. Oh yes, on protecting each other. Well, it's definitely a poor environment. All these people that live in that area is definitely poor. Okay,
Well,
these all these from what I know about that area. What you say, brother?
well, she can be. I believe 50% of that, 75% of that is correct. But we know a fight or something had to happen because he was hit on the forehead with a blunt object, which that object could have knocked him unconscious. And when you unconscious, that's when they had a field day with him. You see what I'm saying? Because if you
Well,
go back and
they always tell you, brother. They always tell you. And I don't know if you remember the brother back in the his friends. He was the one black boy a couple of years ago, where the one he was in the woods with his partners. They were getting drunk and they were smoking and drinking and everything. And they started to call him names. That was supposed to be their friend, and then they started to call him names. And then they bust him across his head, and then they set him on fire. They tied him up to the bumper of the back bumper of their truck, and they dragged him all through the woods with the truck. So that happens when you're intoxicated. You may do the things that you always believed in. So go ahead, brother.
so yeah, they may be around there trying to fulfill some sick fantasy they was into. With a black boy. And they found that when you look at Quawan, he's a youngster. He was all that big and stuff like that. He was a little, a little timid maybe. We don't know. But at the same time, he was a little
Kay Harris, I want to respond. Kay Harris said, "Oh, definitely, I'm speaking on the police lying for the family. I want you to just clear that with
fact,
you, brother. Go ahead."
fact. And that's what I said. And that's what I first led with earlier. I say the police, the head person of the police department should be fired. You know what I'm saying? Because not only did he downplay the situation, he went and lied to the boy mama in her face and said, "Oh, well, he went to a football game. He'll probably come back later tonight." We know for a fact he was killed and left in the sugarcane field. Then the police failed to even do a missing report on a young brother. They failed all protocols with an Amber Alert and everything. So I'm
They should all be
definitely,
fired, bro. They
and
should
they
all be
all
fired.
should be fired. And like I was,
They should be fired.
what I was saying before my phone cut out, I was saying the family did ask for a GoFundMe and they did ask for a $15,000 money so they could do an individual autopsy. Because they don't believe what. Matter of fact, the autopsy has been done on her son, and you can tell something was fishy because the autopsy people do not want to release the findings to the mother. That's what made her led to ask for money to get a individual autopsy on her own child. You see what I'm saying? But so happens the Most High blessed her with over $100,000 to where not only she can do his funeral and she can also do her own autopsy on her son. So
Wow.
that let me.
Do you know
So
who donated that money?
I don't know. They had a GoFundMe, but they raised over, and the news people had said they raised over $100,000. So now the mama able to get a autopsy done for her.
Let me clear this up with people who sit up there and think that when somebody get the donations from people that they just wanted the goddamn money, they don't care about their damn child. Money ain't gonna bring their damn child back.
No,
Money ain't gonna bring nobody child back. That woman is sincerely hurt over her child. For those who did not see that woman was sincerely hurt over her child because somebody donate something to these people to help these people get on their feet and help them in a process of helping them try to solve the murder of their child. So be it. That ain't our damn business. That ain't our damn business on what these people get. I hate when people do that, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, but all I was just saying was, though, she just, and I feel as a parent, you're not gonna be at ease until you find out the whole truth, and she's entitled to the whole truth because that was and still is her child. So
that's right.
However she went about the situation and she got results, hell, to hell with everybody else. Go get the evidence you need, the information you need. But I tell you, and I wholeheartedly say, do not take the evidence or whatever you find to the police department. Go above them. And if the mayor is crooked, you go over him. And if the governor is crooked, you go over them. Go to where you can get some results and move forward.
Shout out to Mean Show Game. Shout out to Mean Show Game. I just realized that's East Treese in the house from the baddest in the house. Thank you for coming on. I want people to understand that. I want people to understand the real. We get so caught up on what the donations are, my brother. You know, it's crazy. We worry about what the people got and all this other stuff, but they ain't got their child back. They ain't got their child back. We'll never get their child back.
No, and she's in tight down. She's in. If me and you as a parent, if that's the, and if we ain't got the money, and the people donate the money, and we want actual facts and facts to get down to what happened to our flesh and blood, our child, that's her right as a parent. As a mother,
$100,000, that ain't even no money.
No, it's not.
No, that ain't no money.
It's enough to get him in the ground, and it's enough to find out the actual facts of what happened to her son, and it's enough to get her some closure. And how she'll go on with her life, because at the end of the day, a mother never goes on with her life.
She will never get closure. She would never get closure.
Even with
she would never, a mother, I'm not a mother, but I know mothers. And a mother will never get closure over their child.
No. And
I'm a father. Go ahead.
And as a mother, she ain't gonna, as a mother, bro, she even with the answer she get, she's still not gonna accept them answers, because you know how a mother are. You see what I'm saying? And that's us as men, we don't know, but we know for a fact a mother will ride all the way to the grave with her boy. That's just a mother's love. But at the end of the day, man, that lady need all the facts she can get, all the help she can get, because she already know the police department is against her already. So she need a good lawyer that's gonna be there for real and not.
Well, my brother, where's Ben Crump? Where's Ben Crump at? Where's Ben Crump? Where's Ben? Where he at? Where's Ben Crump? Where's Ben Crump? There's not enough money. Is it not the case not big enough for he don't think he can win it because that is not enough money? You know where Messy Jesse at? Where's old Al Sharpton at? Where they at?
I ain't see now one of them.
It's not enough. It's not enough publicity right now. The people are not enough people have came forward to you know to shut down this little parish called Baldwin Parish. Is that the problem?
The people in that parish has been supportive of this.
I have seen that. Yes, they were all out. The people came out in droves. The neighborhood, the neighbors came out in droves. Even the white people were standing up. It was a white woman I think, if I'm right, my brother, who was on the video, who was on your video, wasn't that a white woman telling her that they were bleaching their vehicle?
Yeah, it was bad. In fact, it was a lady. Actually, it was a lady whose son was with them. And she was like, she said, "Oh no, you can't smoke in the car because we just cleaned the car." And she said the car smelled like nothing but bleach.
Wow.
You ain't got to take my word. I got the video. Like I said, people the video, you can hear it for yourself. You inbox me, I'll give it to you. Because it was her. The lady called.
If you're able to record that, if you're able to play that right now, are you able to play it right now, my brother, so the audience that's in here can hear that?
I might be. Let me see if I can play it. Hold on. I might know. I'm on. Nah, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I may have to upload. Well, I'm about to send it to you.
But no, for those who came to my other video, just go check out the very first video that we did, and you can actually listen to the audio. And the white woman was actually telling the lady, "Nah, your child, they he was murdered behind sugarcane field, and they bleached the vehicle. They bleached the vehicle. For these people to take the time and bleach a vehicle, nobody gonna bleach no vehicle over no damn cigarette." No,
And
ain't nobody gonna do no bleach no vehicle over no cigarette. Who the hell they think they fooling?
fact.
What person is going to bleach their car over cigarettes?
Nope. So that lets me
Bleach.
that lets me overstand the fact that there was incriminating evidence inside that vehicle that they bleached and cleaned out. So but what they don't know is you can use bleach to clean the car, but if anything happens, such as that young boy blood seeped in them seats, all they gotta do is take them seats out and clean, go underneath those seats. Blood will do what? It drips and seeps into
It
stains from.
drips in the seat, it stains. So what they're trying to play private investigator. Love Tam in the house. Love Tam in the house.
Let
They
me shut
want to
up.
they want to be private investigator. What they want to do is they know by watching. See, a lot of these people, a lot of murderers watch them channels on how to get by on a murder. So trust me that that's what they did. Trust me on that.
Yeah,
They
because if
watching
you yeah,
them cable channels.
because if you
How to get
open
away
up
with a murder.
yeah, because if you know one thing, right? You know one thing when you bleed, like even if you sit in a car and you've been shot and you bleed, that blood gonna seep in those seats or whatever, and you have to throw the whole seat away, not bleach it, but throw because the blood had to seep through. So that lets me understand the fact that they do have and they had incriminated, well, they still do. They think they clean it, but they still do have incriminated evidence in that vehicle all the way to where they was going, and plus on the video, the police was so incompetent to the whole situation to where they laid up there and let the family pack up and move out the neighborhood. But yes, the house they was moving out of, it did look like what you call it? What can I
A
say it?
shack.
There you
A
go.
shack.
There you go. There you go, homie. There you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
I know. Look, I tell you, I drive through them parishes all the time, and I see the way these people live, and I'm telling you, it is what it is. I can just picture the young man where he was, and he could have been screaming, and nobody would have heard him in a sugarcane field. Nobody would have heard him. Now, was he dead? And they dropped him in the sugarcane field? Did they murder him wherever it was in the house? And then they put him in that car? Because what I'm thinking is they put him in the car and they drove him. They drove him to the field after they killed him. They had murdered. They already see they see something went wrong. Something went foul when they ate the mushrooms. Something went wrong, and something because he had a big knot on his forehead. A big knot. You know? Really, cigarettes. That's what they try to come at us. They think we crazy, y'all. They
But
think we crazy.
hey, trip on by. I'm no detective. I'm no detective. You no detective. But we can sit here and use common sense. If it smells, if it sounds like a duck and it quacks like a duck, then what?
It's a
But
duck.
my point exactly. So with that being said, bro, you and I know common sense beat this any day. But if you didn't kill that boy, why did you pack up and go get a U-Haul and move out? If you didn't kill that boy, why the hell did you go clean your car then? You see what I'm saying?
You
And
have
like I
nothing.
say,
You have nothing. I always was a person. If you have nothing to hide, what you running for? What are you
exactly.
running for? What are you moving for? If you have nothing to hide, okay, that's a predominant white area. Somebody told me they were moving because of probably of the safety of their life because people might come after them. No, you live in a white predominant area, so why would you be running?
You
Why would
well
you be running?
protected.
You was not in that area where that little boy where that little boy was. You amongst your
Exactly.
people, and the police trying to say the boy drowned and in ankle high water. I don't think so. All right. Let's just say that he drowned in the water. Well, why the hell he ended up in a sugarcane field? If I drowned, how the hell I end up in a sugarcane field? Now maybe you should have left me in the damn water, right?
Exactly.
If
I'm
I
telling you, bro.
drowned, you
They
should have left
killed
my
that.
ass in the water.
They killed the young. They
That,
killed that boy, and they put him in. They put him in the car. His blood leaked in the car. When they realized that his blood was leaking, they had to go clean. They dropped him in the sugar behind the house.
I'm just trying to understand how the police say he drowned, but you found him in a sugarcane field.
Right.
I'm just trying to figure this out. Because I'm not no private investigator. I'm just a chief. And I'm going to sit there and tell you this, that I'm going to go up that area. I got to go up that area probably Monday. I want to go see where the hell that's at. I think I want to be nosy. I want to be nosy. I think I want to be very goddamn nosy. It's crazy.
Exactly.
It's crazy for anybody to believe in this BS. For anybody that to believe that a person can drown and still end up, a person can drown and end up in a sugarcane field, and where are the lakes where you're going to drown? Because there's nothing but fields. Where you going to drown at?
Exactly. I'm still trying to figure this out. I
want to know where the hell they're going to drown.
Exactly. I'm still trying to figure out how the hell he dried. Let's say ankle water, bro. Ankle high water, bro.
And why was it not reported to the families that, all right, when y'all said that he drowned, and y'all said that it's possibility that the boy drowned, well, that's what you told the family, but when the family see the family gets from the other neighbors, oh no, he was, and when the local news even stated that the boy was found it in a doggone sugarcane field. Anybody know anything about Louisiana, and they know anything about country fields, you will see it's miles away from drowning into a pool of water. You ain't gonna find too many areas where they got creeks at, especially over there with the farmland. So I just want to know how the hell I drowned and then I ended up in a dry surface area like a sugarcane field. How the hell that happens?
I'll tell you, they found him in a sugarcane behind the house.
And a sugarcane field behind the house. Now, shouldn't you get punished for moving the evidence, moving the dead body from out the pool, and putting them in the sugarcane? Shouldn't that shit?
Witness tampering, evidence tampering. I'm sorry, evidence tampering.
So how are they allowed to move him? First of all, they had permission to move his ass over there into that parish in the first place. They had no business taking him from his house from the get-go. That's strike one. Strike two is if he drowned, how you gonna take his dead corpse and go bring him to the sugarcane field?
This whole case stinks.
So, okay, let's say this. They beat him, they drowned him. Oh, no, wait, let's say this now. They beat the little boy, they hit him across his head, they put him in the water, they drowned him, they bust his face up, then they brought him to the sugarcane field. So what? And what?
High on the mushrooms.
And they ate goddamn mushrooms at the same goddamn time.
Now, I need someone to help me understand the fact that y'all was bold. See, this lets me know the fact that the police is shaded the damn tree itself and what is that? Because both parishes' polices failed to come forward and even attempt to lift a finger in this case. Because where the little boy was found at, I still haven't found that police department to even come forward to say, well, yeah, because you gotta look at it. It's two different parishes, two different sets of police officers. You see what I'm saying? Why no police officer decided to lock up anybody yet?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy, and people wonder why I'm yelling and I scream and I get emotional over stuff like this. People wonder why, because it just don't make no sense. All this don't make no sense. It does not make sense. We got. You know, if y'all don't think y'all life matter, then you know I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know. For those who listening to me, your life matter, man. Sister, your life matter.
Mean shoe game. What's up?
It's just sad, man. It's sad.
Yeah, it
It's
is,
sad.
bro. It's
It's
that.
sad
But
that
my
we
question,
we still living in these times.
my question is to the melanated people is, where do we go from here? Are y'all tired of y'all kids being killed in the streets and y'all forgiving y'all oppressor for y'all kids being killed? Or y'all gonna stand up and say enough is enough and we gonna go eye for an eye?
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's them days of we shall overcome. It's over with.
I'm not turning no
All of
damn cheek.
all all them doggone Negro spirituals, all that stuff, dancing and buck dancing for your master, it's over with.
If I catch anyone around me hollering something, we shall overcome, I'm gonna push you the hell down. Cause
Push them down.
them days is over with. Nowadays to take a vengeance, cause guess what? This could be your child. This could be my child. I'm letting you know that I ain't forgiving shit. And I damn sure ain't turning no other cheek. I'm letting you know that. In fact, I'm out of cheeks.
No, look, Bryson say if he drowned, no fish would have did that much damage to his face. I've been saying
Exactly.
that. I mean, it don't make no sense. And Bryson, what I don't understand is how did he end up in the backyard of in a sugarcane field of the people that he went by. So what he did, he drowned and walked himself in their backyard. He he drowned and he walked himself in their backyard. I just don't get this. And I came here to do this live on my break. I'm about to head back out, but I want to thank you, Indigenous Warrior, always my co-host, always making it happen with me. And please subscribe to Indigenous Warrior. The young man channel is starting to grow now. People are starting to recognize him. He's a part of the Indigenous Warrior team that we have, our Indigenous Power team. So please subscribe to my brother channel, y'all. Okay. So I'm about to let it out. One, thank you once again, brother. We gonna come back on. We're not gonna let this young man, die in vain, bro. We're just not gonna do it. Okay. So I'm about
Yeah,
to let
bro.
this go. Yeah. Anything you want to say?
Oh no, I just want everybody, y'all be safe, keep an eye on your children at all times, man. Yeah, I don't give a damn if you gotta track your children through their cell phone, man. You don't even have to let them know you tracking them, man. Keep it to yourself. And you keep an eye on your kids at all times, because not only do we have to worry about our kids being murdered, we have to worry about our kids being human trafficked too. And we have to worry about depending for their organs also, man. So please, everybody, man, keep an eye on your kids, man, at all costs, bro. And like you said, please subscribe to my channel, Mr. 504 Indigenous Warrior. And till then, y'all have a happy Friday. Whatever y'all do, enjoy y'all Friday. Have a good time. Live your life like it's the last.
All right.